Welcome back to another AQ3D video. We are going to be checking out some more things that were added along with the Frostvale update. In my previous video, I did showcase that Battlon had been updated, so it is much more festive, and also showcased the collections that we have, one that's going to be coming, as well as the previous collections. We also have access to the Frostlorn Raiders, the Labyrinth, and the Winter's Grasp. I covered that in my previous Frostvale video, but I did fail to mention a couple small things. First and foremost, if you head over to the PvP hall and talk to High Marshal Firebrand. Actually, I don't even think you need to come here to do this. You could have just talked to him at the Battlon, and you would have had the stuff there. So there's some special rewards where you get some frosty things. Now, I guess these return every year, or are they always in the shop? I'm pretty sure these return every year. I'm assuming they're not always available in the shop, but anyways, we got a couple new, well, not new, but returning things that you can get in the special PvP rewards. I also want to showcase that the PvP arena had an update when it came to the festive look, but unfortunately it just takes too long to get into a queue, so I didn't really want to waste my time. If you head over to the House of Oddities and then go out the door, it's actually in the social district, but this is how I get to the social district because I find it quicker. There is the Frost Fang. Now, he does have some drops that you can obtain, so if you are looking to get some festive drops, you can take on the big bad Frost Fang. Actually, I'm just going to help these people out because there doesn't seem to be that many of them. This guy can be a little bit time consuming to defeat when you only have a handful of people, because he does have quite a bit of HP. So 462,000. It's a pretty good amount of HP. So you get a bunch of different stuff from him, but I mean, you will be getting items as well. He does drop a few items, and then you have a quest right here. We can get the social flyer, which can purchase different things in here, including this pretty darn cool hurricane spinner. That is a really nice looking weapon. And then you've got a bunch of different other stuff in here, all of which are pretty interesting looking, so you can definitely take a look at some of these things and see if you want to grab them, because some of them do look pretty nice. And just over here, if you talk to Roland, you are going to be finding the Frostlorn Invader Siege. And this Frostlorn Invader Siege comes with some frost-inspired enemies. So you have this big guy right over here who sends a bunch of enemies, and then you need to defeat them, and you can get potential drops in this location as well. So these are all seasonal drops that you can get in here. So if you're wanting some of the loot from here, this is another option that you have. We also got some patch notes, which goes over some of the details of what was added in this update, as well as some of the changes that have taken place. So, of course, already mentioning the Frostvale stuff, which I already covered, and then the Nolgath Saga. So there has been some changes, one of which is the Oblivion Archfiend's Servants artifacts now offers fiendish wings. For those of you wondering what it looks like, these are the wings right here, and they look absolutely amazing. Several maps on the Nolgath Saga questline have been set to single-player instances, as that is usual for main story experience. The Primal Orb quests that were requesting contracts of Nolgath now request the appropriate amount, material of diamonds instead of contracts, apparently. Hanzo quest and Fiend Void quest reward requirements were adjusted slightly. Doesn't say whether it was a buff or not, but I don't know. An unruly Hanzo Void monster has been reprimanded and now gives the appropriate drops. So I guess there's a Hanzo Void monster that wasn't giving it, I guess, before. The Hanzo Void Katana, which accidentally dropped, has been given a new name, description, and rarity. The real Katana will become available in a later release. I personally find this very unfair that there was a Hanzo Void Katana that was dropped. Multiple people got it, but other people didn't get it, and now it's a legacy item, apparently. They should just re-add it as a drop, just lower the percentage of it or something. I don't know, but I think that's a bad move on their part. Talons of Nolgath now drop at the correct level. Increased infusion max range on the Fiend of Nolgath and the Hanzo. So before they were level 20, now they're up to level 40. I think one of them still has a mistake, but will be rectified. The increased XP and gold rewards on the Gem of Nolgath, so they increased the rewards on that. Slightly increased the Evil Elemental Quest drop rate, because apparently it was very, very low, and even since this update, people have still said it is extremely low, so not really sure if it's even worth, you know, spending time farming it. I don't know. I'll definitely try to find out myself. But Dark Crystal Shards, these are for the Mandible Debt quest, now points to the intended Mandible Fiend. Also, you can still get it from the Brutal or Brutus or whatever his name is. You can still get it from there. Stack those fiend hunting quests. Renamed both the Hanzo reward quests to avoid further player confusion. So before it was the same name apparently, so they've been renamed. The locker dungeon has been corrected to properly scale when in private sessions. Oh, because I guess it wasn't before. As a result, Gem of Nolgath rewards have been adjusted for capstone farming purposes. Interesting. And the Nolgath's challenge fight dungeon received minor adjustments. Doesn't say whether it's a pro or, you know, a buff or not, but a recipe to trade fiendish capstones for regular capstones has been added. This is something, whereas in before you couldn't, there was no way of getting regular capstones. When they added the new fiendish capstones, now there is. You can simply trade your fiendish for the regular. And then the primal orb model has been updated. That was because it was glitched on the mobile end. It also looked stupid on the PC end, so it's been fixed. And then several typos and other things. So that's the changes that have come. Hope this one gave you guys some information that you were missing. Want to give a big shout out to all my Raven Squad members. And a big thank you to all of you guys. Take care and keep those swords swinging.